Welcome back to the live replay, everyone. Today is June 8th. I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up here, and we're going to jump back into Jayda's journal. Let me get this ready. And we do have one order came in today. I did have a couple on the weekend, but they were just B grade, so I just quickly packed them up and mailed them off with everything else. And then we have one order for Justin from today. Yes, I'm back. How are you? How was your weekend? All right, oh, now I taped over this so I can't nicely color my next square. Well, I guess maybe I'll just move down because I don't think we'll be needing that many weeks anyways. So I'll put the next one over here. Hey Gail, welcome here. All right, so this is it's week 6, but I guess I'll just write week 5 because it's the 5th different type of promo. We just skipped a promo last week. Oh, sorry, Jem, I've been off Instagram. Well, on Sunday, and I checked my messages, but I didn't check my requests today. So if we haven't messaged before, then it's probably sitting in there. And this week's freebie is I'll just write mystery kit. We're gonna do 3-item mystery kits. And I'm gonna let that white gel pen dry. We do have one order for the mystery kit promo already that we'll pack. Actually, maybe let's do that first. Espresso pre-made journal for Justin. Let me go grab that. Oh, perfect, Jem. I'll try to remember to check that later today. How was everyone's weekend? Hello, welcome here. All right, so for Justin, we've got a name page, coffee theme, brown, tan, beige, muted greens, mauves, and pinks. Okay, very millennial, nice. Very me, so that fits for me. Hey, V. Okay, so we're doing Justin, brown, tan, beige, muted green, mauves, pinks. Okay, I'm gonna do green for the lettering, and then, yeah, let me think here. Yeah, let's just do it. Stephanie, Ashley, welcome here. How was the weekend for you guys? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I had a baby shower this weekend. I wasn't expecting any baby showers with the third baby. I had baby showers with my first baby. I feel like that's pretty normal to have a couple with the first baby, but we were living in a different province when we had our first two. So now we're in a new province at a new church, and they wanted to throw a baby shower. There are 2 other mums in our church who just recently had their babies, so they combined us all together and did a baby shower. So that was on Saturday. We go to a pretty small church, so just a handful of people, a couple tables full of ladies, and then had a little baby shower. Yeah, it was nice. My mom got to come. I won one of the games, so I got some coasters. Okay, now we want coffee. Let's do an iced coffee down here. Hey, Terry. Kaylee, hey. Yeah, no, it was very nice of them to include me in the shower, I feel like, because we arrived here last summer and just kind of were trying out a bunch of churches, which we've never done before. And we didn't really love the experience of like church shopping because like there are so many great options around here. Like, you know, we tried out a bunch and it was like, well, none of them are awful. How do we choose? So we decided to just choose the one closest to our house for now, to be as local as possible. And then, yes, we only actually kind of committed to that being our home church for a while, a few months ago. So we're pretty new. So it was nice of them to, you know, we haven't officially become members or anything, but they right away wanted to include us in the baby showers. So that was nice. Church shopping is awful, hey? And where we live, like, it's a very Christian bubble. Like, it's the Bible Belt over here. And so we have the church that I grew up going to, which I love that church. It's great, but it's a bit further away. We don't live in the same town that I did growing up. We just live kind of in a neighboring town. And we did want to try to just kind of, yeah, be as local as we could with our church. And, but yeah, from our, like, as far as traveling distance from our house, there's probably like, I'm going to say 15 to 20 churches within 10 minutes of us. Like, it is a very church dense area. So it was just so hard. Like, all of these are like local, but how do we choose just one? So we kind of shopped around for last summer and then we were just like, they all seem good at just a Sunday service. So we just got to choose one. We chose the closest one and we've been going there ever since, which has been good. Like I said, it's small. It's the smallest one that we considered, or that we ever even visited or anything. But it's been nice. There's only a few other couples our age, which is kind of a downside, you know, because it's nice to have like a community and people with kids, but also it just kind of like, you can't really avoid being friends with the people your age when there's only a handful, you know. Like, I feel like in the bigger church that we went to, it wasn't uncommon for us to just like not talk to anyone on a Sunday morning and just leave. So even though there are fewer people, we always talk to them. Like, you know, you can't just run out of there without catching up and talking about the week and that kind of stuff. So it doesn't actually feel that much smaller because we end up chit-chatting even more than we did at a bigger church where you kind of just get a little lost in the crowd sometimes. So we've been liking it so far. You know what, Megan? I do not drink coffee. Cannot handle it. I love the smell. And you know what? Actually, an iced cap, if it's like hardly even tastes like coffee, like a Tim's iced cap, I feel like that barely tastes like coffee. That I can handle. But anything warm, I feel like it's easier to hide coffee in a cold drink. So warm drinks are just a bit harder for me to get into. But I really like tea. I like a London Fog, either warm or iced, but I'm just not a huge coffee person. Oh, good, Lauren. Yes, I chose a faster shipping option for you. I always feel bad when people from overseas, you just choose, like, the default shipping option is the cheapest one, but it also takes so long. So when I notice that, I always try to replace it with a faster shipping option because I always feel bad that you have to wait so long. So I'm glad it surprised you and got there quickly. No problem, Lauren. Yeah, I can do warm milk. Let's call it a steamer. I feel like steamer sounds a little bit more adult than just a cup of warm milk. The iced cap is an iced cappuccino. Like a, yeah, cold coffee drink. And I am not the person to ask about the details of coffee, this and that. I have no idea what makes one drink different from the other, except for I do know the Tim's Ice Cap because, well, you guys, some states have Tim Hortons. Not all, though. Yeah, when we do the long haul, like, it's about an 8-hour drive to go visit my husband's side of the family, and we do that every few months. And so when we do that, my husband will often stop for an ice cap, and I inevitably end up sipping some, even though I say that I don't love coffee. All right, that was $17.71. Thank you for your order, Justin. And we're back to journal kits. I put away all my journal kit stuff because we haven't been doing it for a while. Just 3 items, no specifying what you want and what you don't want. I'm just making it easy on myself and doing the 3. Oops. Sorry, I just dropped one of my little bubbles. I have to put a few back in there because I restocked some items since we last used them. All right, 3 items for Justin. 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. Brush markers, number 1. All right, so we'll get him a pouch of 12 brush markers. Next up, we've got a black gel pen. I always do 2 of these. Just some good writing markers. And then white gel pen. Actually, I should take this one out because everyone's going to get a white gel pen. Let me take that one out of rotation and pull a different one. Washi tape times 2 is the last item for Justin's mystery kit. All right, let's choose some, I don't know, maybe like this. That's a cute combo. Oh, Justin, thank you so much. I did, Ashley. Yes, thank you so much. I haven't set it up yet. Thank you for ordering that. You guys are too nice. You're too good to me. All right, thank you for your order, Justin. I'm going to put this one aside, and then we're going to work on Jayda's journal. We planned her March theme, so let me show you what we're thinking, and then we're going to actually go execute it. Oh yes, I add the white gel pen on shipping day. I just throw one into every bin. So don't worry, the white gel pen will be added. Mickey, I've been doing journals since 2020. Let me head over to our photos. So like I said, we planned the March theme at the end of our last live. And today we're gonna pick right back up where we left off and actually execute this theme. So this is the lettering that she wants, kind of a thin black line with a rainbow highlight to it. We're going to use that. We're going to use these Lucky Charms doodles. We saved a few different example pictures for the Lucky Charms doodles. And then the cover design that we decided to use was this one right here. So we're going to put our lettering down closer to the bottom right-hand corner and then just kind of fill the page with some of those Lucky Charms doodles. And I can't decide if we should just go straight in with a black outline or if we should wait and see. All of the sample pictures have a black outline, so I feel like we might just feel like we need one, but I'm gonna go in with marker and then we'll see how we feel. So let me grab Jayda's journal. I can show you how the journal is looking up until this point, and then we will start the Lucky Charms. Hey, Millie. Oh, you're not too late. I just started like probably 10 minutes ago. Yes, the colorful Lucky Charms theme. Alrighty, so we've got our 2027 title page. sorry, January 2027 title page with the New Year's doodles. Mama Bear, we've been working on hers. We didn't work on it at all for a week and a half because we were catching up on all of these name page orders. So we started it probably, what, 3-4 weeks ago, but then we had a week and a half where we didn't get to work on it at all. No, that's too long. Not 4 weeks ago. It would have been 3 weeks ago. So that was January. Here's February. She wanted a Valentine's theme, and we went with a very similar theme to our previous custom bullet journal, but we did change it up a little bit. And then these are the weekly spreads for February. A little Valentine's doodle in each corner. Thanks, Mama Bear. All right, so let's get going with our Lucky Charms theme. I'm gonna start off with the lettering. Let me just make sure I have the right picture pulled up on my iPad. Ooh, I made it to the bottom of my jar of sun tea that I made last week, and it is so sweet. I must not have been shaking it around every time I poured it, because it feels like I'm drinking honey. Okay, March is gonna go right at the bottom here, right? I just wanna make sure I didn't accidentally skip a page. Let's do... Man, I almost never do like monoline calligraphy like this. It feels so weird. Okay, now I am realizing that we should probably add a second blue. I was just looking at some of the pictures as we scrolled through, and I think we need one other blue. I'm wondering if we should go with number 1 to just have like a slightly lighter blue that's still kind of the same tone. Because I think, and we also need a yellow, hey? We need so many colors with this thing. I'm just gonna grab a pretty generic yellow that will fit well. Number 1 works? Okay, perfect. Now I just need to make sure I find which one is actually number 1. This is my first guess. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Yes, Jem, just tea brewed in the sun. I drink so much more cold tea in the summer because I can just put it in a jar, like the tea leaves and the honey and the water, and just leave it on my deck for a day, and rather than like boiling it, and then I have a huge batch in the fridge. All right, so let's add the highlight here. I'm a little bit nervous for this part because I never really do this, but let's go rainbow order. So we'll do some red, fading into some orange. Yeah, you should, Jen. It's delicious. My boys love it too. And you can just choose any kind of tea. I've been doing the red raspberry leaf lately, which is tasty and good for pregnancy. So that's my current tea of choice. The special this week is a mini journal kit. So a 3-item, we're doing a 3-item mystery kit. I'm doing well, Yumna. How are you? I'm doing less than a month now, Lori. The end is near. All right, that brings us back to red, orange, Yes, the new beginning is near. The end of swollen ankles and compression socks is near. That's what I'm looking forward to. And of course, meeting the baby. Thank you, Lori. All right, so we've got our rainbow highlight lettering. Never done that before, but that works. Now let's go ahead and draw some of our Lucky Charms doodles. So I'm just gonna choose one to start with. Let's see here. Let's start with an easy one. Let's do this little moon thing. To fill a whole journal, usually takes me about 40 hours. Lisa, they're not going to be flowers. We're doing a Lucky Charms theme, so that's this charm. That little is blue moon, I'm guessing, right? I never really thought about what each charm was supposed to be when I was a kid, but I'm going to say blue moon for that. Then let's do a horseshoe. So this week's special is just a 3-item mystery kit, and this one isn't reflected on the website because you don't need to choose anything for it. You know, when it was the name page, then at the order, at checkout, it would kind of ask you like what you want for your name page. But this one, everything's gonna look normal, but you'll just get a 3-item mystery kit when I pack your order. So you just order a journal and then that will come with it. All right, next let's do that little red balloon. That one's kind of a funny one too. What is that one? Does anyone know what that one is? We've got a blue moon, we've got a horseshoe. What's the red balloon? It looks like a balloon to me, but maybe I'm totally off. Fishy cracker? It is a red balloon? Oh. Interesting. That's great, Katie. I have not had Lucky Charms in ages. We never really had special cereal when we were kids, except for when we would go to the cabin. Then we would get to each choose a special cereal. And my brother would choose Lucky Charms. That was always his favorite. All right, then let's do the heart neck, or not the heart, we'll save the heart, the star. Let's see, people have been doing, okay, it's orange and white or light yellow. So I'm gonna go with light yellow, I think. You were a Weetabix family, nice. Okay, now let's do the little rainbow charm. It's got like a light green in the middle. And then a purple. All right, you need to let me know what we're thinking about outlining. We've got 3 more charms left to draw, so this page is going to be pretty full. We've got the pot of gold and the heart and the hat with the 4-leaf clover on it. And we need to decide if we want to outline everything or leave it unoutlined. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick sip of tea. Outlining. Let me see here. What are people saying? If you're saying unoutlined just to save me the work, don't worry. We can do outlined. I don't mind. We're not doing the, apparently the unicorn is a newer charm because it wasn't showing up in any of the other journal themes. So I'm just doing the old classics. Yeah, I would love to say no outline to spare myself the work, but I am feeling like the outline would look better. So I am leaning towards outlining. We could do a poll, I suppose. Okay, then we need to add the clover to these hats. Would one of the moderators like to start a 2-option poll? I totally agree, you guys. I am all for outlining. I know it's extra work, but I am fully team outline on this one. My default is always no outline, but there are some cases where it's just unavoidable. You need an outline. But let's take a poll. Option 1 is to leave them as they are with no outline. That's option 1 in the poll. Option 2 is to add a black outline to everything. All of the doodles on this page. Okay, the last one to do is just the hearts. So I'm just gonna go add some heart charms in to our open spaces. Let's see what the poll decides. Yes, anything said in the comments is not going to actually contribute to the result of the poll. Oh, outline by a mile. Okay, perfect. That is what I thought. Let's outline these guys and then, okay, one more question, but I'm not going to do a poll. I'm just going to take the first couple answers probably. Thin outline or thicker outline, like the weight of the letters? Thin or thick? Thin, thick. Thin, thick, 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 thin. Okay. Oh, great. Okay, lots of people are saying thin. I'm gonna do a few in thin, and then let's see what we think. I generally, yeah, my default is always no outline, and then second is always thin outline. But for some reason, I feel like these doodles would look good with like a chunky outline on them, you know? But let's do a few and then see what we think. I'm also trying to decide, should I outline like just around the charm or also separate the different parts of the charm? You know, like outline the shamrock and the hat, or just the hat? Outline the whole pot of gold or separate the gold from the pot, you know? That's another thing. There's so many little decisions to make just within outlining. Okay, thin looks better than I expected, actually. Just around. Okay, so what do we think so far of the thin outline just around? I did separate the star from the orange over there, just because I feel like it would look too blobbish if we didn't. But I'm actually liking the thin. You guys like it? Okay, let's do it. Thin and just around. That will be our default. This is a 0.1, but it's a very thin 0.1. This feels almost like a 0.05. Carson is here, yep. Ashley's looking for you. The horseshoe's not getting details. This is a lucky charm. That's as detailed as it is. If you weren't here when we chose, these are the lucky charms. So that's what we're trying to execute here. Sorry, not to shut down the more detail, but that's just not what we're looking for. Just some basic lucky charms doodles. Hey, Jamie. No worries. Yeah, if I were drawing a horseshoe, I would add more details because they've got the nails in there and whatever. But I'm not drawing a horseshoe, I'm drawing a lucky charm. And they are basically just blobs. So that's what we're gonna stick with. Now my other question as we get closer to being done outlining this page is, should I add any sort of sparkle or anything in the gaps or just leave it? Leave it? Okay. I'm gonna go with leave it. I'm not gonna do a poll on this one. Thank you for the feedback. The next thing though that we should decide is our memories page. That's what we've got to do next. Rainbow border. Yes, Janine, we are designing the whole planner. I can show you what we've done so far if you want to see it. We're only 2 months in. This is a pretty fresh one. But yeah, it's a full 12-month journal for 2027. Thank you. So yeah, this is Jayda's journal for 2027. So she chose the different themes and then we've been setting them up together on the live stream. Memories with the same font as March, connected to a black line border. Yeah, could do that. Then here's February, Valentine's theme. These little stamps. And these are the weekly spreads for February. And then we just started March today. Okay, I have a question about the lettering because I'm questioning the lettering. I'm wondering about adding a second border to it so that it like goes around the color instead of, you know, like I feel like the color just can look a little bit messy because it's not contained and it's like jumping from one color to the other, you know what I mean? Like I'm wondering if adding a line to the opposite side of it, a black line, would make it feel a little bit more like tidy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to show you. Which, yeah, is kind of, that was my feedback of the picture too. When I saw it, I was like, oh, it looks a little messy, but it could look cool. So I tried to make it look better in my version, but I still feel like it looks a little bit messy, which is okay. Or we could neaten it up like that and just make it like fully contained, you know? I just feel like it makes the transition between colors look a bit neater. What do you guys think? Jayda likes it how it is? Okay, then we'll lock it in how it is, no problem. No problem. Okay, so for this page, we're doing memories. Yeah, we could totally keep it simple and just have the title memories in kind of rainbow outlining like this. And then a plain black border. Or we could be more crazy. Yes, Jayda vetoed this one, and that is totally her call because it's her journal. Okay, so yeah, we could do memories and calligraphy across the top with the color thing going on, and then black, just a plain black border, keep it more simple. We could do like kind of scatter some Lucky Charms around the border and then do a similar thing, like just have memories at the top with a few scattered Lucky Charms around the edge. Someone mentioned like a big milk spill. I think that would be very cute, but I don't know if it would fit with the title just because the title, you know, there's no milk involved. They're just kind of randomly scattered. So I feel like then we would have to either like add milk splashes all over the title or, you know, I'm just not sure how well that would fit, but I think it would be very cute. Or we could do like kind of a similar thing to this and do like rainbow stripes in the background and then have just a box with memories written inside. Could do that too. Color changing wavy line, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, something like that, Carson, with just a few Lucky Charms scattered. We could do that. Cereal box. So the thing with cereal box is that we want most of it to just be open space for her to write, you know, or like to doodle, you know. So I don't want to fill the page too much. I could do like, it would literally just be a box shape with like the title Memories at the top, but I want to leave most of it open to her, for her to use, you know. It's not like a title page where we can fill the whole cereal box and make it busy. Okay, well, let's do I'm thinking more of just a simple memories page. So maybe I'll write memories and then put a few Lucky Charms around the border, and then if we want to add like a wavy line border, we can. Okay, sorry. I'm reading comments but not absorbing everything, so I think I'm just gonna keep moving here so that we can make it through the month. And I don't want to do a poll on everything, so this one I'll just do a simple memories page. I'm not gonna add the rainbows to that yet because I feel like that, oh wait, which would be cute? Oh, thank you, Shelby. Glad you like it. She like, okay, then I'll just, yeah, that's what I'll do then. Just kind of scatter a few Lucky Charms around the page, and then if we want to add like a wavy, just like black border to it, we could. Oh, no worries, Jayda. It gets confusing. I list too many options and then I just get even more confused because while I'm listing options, I'm also reading like 20 comments that are coming in at the same time. So I forget too which one I said and then we thought was cute. So we'll just do a couple of charms. Okay. Right, now we could do a solid black line theme, or border, not theme, just like a straight one, or we could do a wavy line, or we could do like just some rainbow colored and black spots, just kind of making a border, you know. What kind of border? I feel like it needs a border. Wavy line, spots, wavy line. Okay, let's do the, what was that sound? Oh, the cereal pieces of Lucky Charms. Shelby, that's such a good idea. None of the themes that we saw had that. The little cereal pieces. Do we add that here? I feel like if I add that here, I should also add it in the blank spots here. You know? Or do we stick with just the charms for this page and consider that at a later time? That is a good idea though. You like the cereal piece idea? Yes to the cereal part. All right, Jayda, do you have a preference between adding cereal pieces or not adding cereal pieces? Oh, thank you for the follow music notes. Okay. I'm not sure. None of Jayda's inspiration pictures had the cereal pieces, so I don't want to add them unless Jayda's good with that. So Jayda, you can let me know if you don't care or if you want specifically one or the other. If not, I'm going to hold that thought because, yeah, she sent a bunch of inspiration pictures and none of them had the cereal, so I don't want to just go in and add that. In the meantime, maybe let's move on to her calendar. We will add some kind of border here. This is not a finished page, but I don't want to do that without her, but I do want to move forward. And we are back to this style of calendar with a full border. Oh, no worries, Jayda. We were just wondering about adding like the little Cheerio looking pieces of the cereal to make the border here. Do you like that idea or do you not want us to add cereal? Or if you don't care, you can say you don't care and then we can deal with it, figure it out. Okay, full outline. I think I'll do the full outline in black because we've got some prominent black already. Doesn't matter. Okay, cool. I've got my calendar open, so I'm just gonna do this outline since I'm already here. 3, 6, 8, and we're in March of 2027. I just wanna double check that February ends on the day that I think it ends on. Yes, okay, perfect. 3, 6, 8. We'll come back to this. Okay, so she doesn't care. Let's try adding a few little cereal pieces on this page. Are they Cheerio shaped? I don't even remember. I haven't had Lucky Charms in ages. You think cereal would be too much? Carson, you left me hanging. What if instead of pieces, teeny tan dots and circles? Oh, they have a few different shapes. Okay. Okay, what if I just add a few, shapes, simple shapes, okay. I'm gonna try it on this page, adding just a few of them. And then we'll add either a curl, like a wavy border or something to fill the space. Like I'll just add some of these like right by the Lucky Charms, you know, kind of in a cluster. Like this. I won't do the whole border. And then we can still add a little bit of a border, or we can just leave it like that, but it kind of finishes off the cluster, you know? That's what we'll start with. So yeah, we won't treat them like cereal and like outline them. I think we'll just do them like that as kind of like a little accent sparkle sort of thing. How does that sound? I wasn't sure either, Lisa. Got nervous at the last second there, but I think it worked. They look perfect. Okay, so wavy line running through everything, or just leave it. Or straight line, mind you. I mean, it wouldn't run right through the doodles. I don't want it to cut through the doodles, but. Wavy line, wavy line. Okay, I'm seeing mostly wavy line, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the wavy line because I kind of like the wavy line idea as well. All right, there we go. Perfect. Kind of incorporated the cereal element without really like committing to making everything look like it's in a full bowl of cereal. Oh, puzzle piece. I should check again in 10 minutes. It's not here yet, but thank you for the reminder. Thanks for the follow, Felice. Okay, perfect. Glad you guys like it. Let's move on then to the calendar. I'm gonna go ahead and add some dots for the dates, write the dates in, and then we've got to figure out also how we want to arrange this page with a notes box, with the title, with some doodles. But let me do the dots first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8. Man, I never do this many colors. Daisy, I just, you know what, I set myself a goal a few weeks ago to, oh, puzzle piece is up. a few weeks ago to sell 100 journals before baby arrived, and then to hit that goal we were running some fun little promos. So the first week we did free charms, then we did free cover designs, then we did stickers. Name pages was a huge week, and then this week we're doing mystery kits. We surpassed the 100, so I'm I'm content, I'm happy, but I did want to keep doing these promos because, well, they're fun. And also because when baby comes, all personalizations will be closed. I'll still take orders for just like unpersonalized journals. You know, my site will still be open. But if you want a personalized journal, now is a good time to get it. And we made it kind of fun for you to get it because we added those little promos. So yeah, this week you get a 3-item mystery kit with your journal order. Actually, I'm going to do the other green as well. No problem, Daisy. Okay, and then I've got 2 more. Purple. And then pink. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my iPad to cooperate with me. Okay, so I'm gonna write in all the dates, and let's see, Big March highlighted, oh yes, with the rainbow highlights, and then cereal for the border of the notes box. What do you guys think? We need to decide now how we want to lay out our calendar page. So obviously we've got the calendar in the middle. We want to fit a notes box probably off to the side. That's where we usually do it. That's where we always do it. The title sometimes we will also put on the side and then do doodles up here, but the notes box on the side. So we got to figure out if we want to do like a border for the notes box or like a solid fill box, what font we want to use for the title, where we want to put it, what other doodles we want. If you guys have any ideas for how to fill the page using this Lucky Charms theme that we've been working on, you can let me know in the comments. The most descriptive, or as the most description you can give, the more description you can give, the better, just so I understand what you actually mean to say. Otherwise, I just have to discard the ideas that don't immediately make sense to me, because otherwise it just gets confusing. 22, 23. Hey Paige, how are you? Claudia, so there are no fully custom journals like this one left, but you can buy either one of my pre-made journals or an empty journals and then add personalization if you choose to, like a name page and some charms and a cover design. You can add that if you want. Let's see here. Different color for each line of the notes. Similar to the memories page. Oh, Claudia, the pre-made ones look like this. So 224 pages, they're all drawn by hand, and you just like color it in and use it as your planner for any year. They're undated, so you can use it any year that you want. Yeah, these are them. Thank you, Claudia. And I do have a discount code as well. The code livestream will get 10% off of any journal. I just colored the rainbow dots with these markers. Notes similar to the memories to make March pop. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So if we put March up here in the same font as we used on our title page, and then we do a notes box that looks kind of like this. It's got the wavy line and like, it's obviously a lot smaller, so we wouldn't have room for big doodles on the sides, but we could do the little like cereal doodles. And then what, we could make that fill just this much space, and then we could add the charms below here. We could do the charms or the letters actual charms. I just feel like it might not quite be obvious enough. You know, like it might look like we just have a random assortment of charms up at the top, unless I make it look not as much like the charms and more like the letters. Oh, I see. I think I see. What do you mean just the months, Mama Bear? I mean, I guess the short answer to that is no. I have the one that I showed you, so if that's not what you mean by just the months, then I don't. I've just got, those are my two options, an empty journal like this, or one that has all of the pages that I was just showing, like weekly spreads, yearly spreads, that kind of stuff. Okay. Let me see here. Thank you for your order, whoever just placed one. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Hey, Linda. How are you doing this week? Okay. Let me think here. What do you guys think about taking charms and making them look more like the letters? So the M, like I wouldn't want to make it like just exactly the charm, because then it's just going to look like 5 random charms across the top, you know? So I would want to exaggerate them to make this look more like an M than a moon, but it would still, you know, look like the moon charm. You guys think it would be good? Fun? Instead of this font? Yeah, with a thicker outline, I agree. Yes? No? Same font as March. Okay, maybe I should do a poll. I try not to do polls all the time for every single thing, but now I'm taking longer than any poll would take, so I should just do a poll. Okay, 1 minute, 2 options. Option number 1, we're just voting on the March font for the calendar, by the way. It's nothing else about the calendar page. Oh, your mom can make decisions for you too? Okay, so Jayda said, Ashley said this lettering. So then, cancel the poll. I guess I'm the one who has to cancel the poll because I started it. I don't know how to oh, did I do it? End, okay. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so I might try to spread. Do I do March centered or March just on one page? I need to stop making things so difficult over here. March is gonna go over here. And then notes will go over here. Thank you for the roses. Yeah, notes, maybe we'll fill this part, and then just some charms scattered kind of here and here. Does that sound good? I'm going to do it a little bit different this time where I don't transition the color in the middle of a stroke. The sample picture did that, so I tried it, but I think I might like this style better, where I just do a new color for each stroke instead of, yeah, doing them just for a short portion of a stroke. There we go. Now let's add our little cereal bits over here. wow, I haven't been seeing any of these comments. I was like, wow, I think this is the quietest the chat has ever been. Okay. Okay, it paused comments for me like ages ago. It paused comments after Fantasia said, same lettering, please chat, LOL. Okay, sorry, if I missed anything, I was like looking up periodically and I was like, wow, they are really in the zone. Okay, Ashley, I'll check my messages. Well, I was absorbed, but I still look up when I'm absorbed. I thought you guys were absorbed. It's like, wow, this, either they all passed away or they are really into this drawing. Oh, Jolo, I'm coming with you. Couldn't have been that. I mean, I was in the zone, but I still look up. I feel like sometimes when I'm in the zone. I try anyways. I was like, wow, they must just really want me to get this page done fast, so they're not commenting at all so I don't get distracted. Margarita, yes, I do. I don't have any full custom ones for sale at the moment, but I do have my empty journals and my pre-made journals that are also drawn by hand. Those ones are available worldwide. Thank you guys, I'm glad you like it. Oh, thank you. You know what? We actually passed the goal. I extended it so that we could keep doing promos. But we did pass our goal. Thank you so much. The pre-made journals, Spooky, are for any year. These ones are undated, so you can use them for the rest of 2026 and then carry over into 2027. You can wait until 2027, whatever you want. This custom begins in 2027. That is what Jayda requested. All right, now let's move on. We've got our trackers next. Spooky, those, whoever orders them chooses when they want it to be made for, as long as you give me a few months buffer. So Jayda requested hers to start in 2027. It doesn't need to start in 2027. Could start in September, you know, if you wanted to start it with the school year. Could start anytime, but just depends on who places the order. Okay, let me remember how I did my spacing here. So we need 31 days in March. It's too thin. Let's do this one. Okay. And for this one, I think I'll just outline it in black and assume that she'll probably use bright rainbow colors for her sleep tracker. So I know this page always looks a little bit bland before it gets filled in, but it kind of needs to be that way so that she can actually use it. This is her sleep tracker, so it's got all of the days of the month down the side and the hours in the day up here. And then she's going to use it to track her sleep. So she'll do a colored line from, let's say, 10 to 7, if that's how long she sleeps, you know, and then she'll color in each line. I do not know, Jess. I'm really not sure when I will take orders again. Just kind of depends. All right, so what do we want to do for the mood tracker? Just the different shapes of the charms? I know she had a picture like that, so I'm guessing that's probably what we will do. How many different moods have I been doing? 4 each month? Yeah. Okay, perfect. We'll just do the different shapes of the charms. And then I guess maybe write sleep and mood in this same kind of font. Okay, Ashley likes my idea. Okay, then I think maybe I'll write mood in the middle of the page and then scatter them all around. The cereal bowl thing is very cute, but I know on her Pinterest board she had a mood tracker more like this, so we'll stick with this time since we got Ashley's thumbs up, but I do like the cereal bowl idea too. Oh, you're right. I did skip the second E loop. Silly me. I don't don't know how I do that sometimes. Okay, let's do our mood tracker page. I'm going to take a quick sip of tea and then just start drawing 30 charms. So this is number 1. Wait, how many different charms have I been drawing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I counted each of them once. Right? 8. So I need like 4 to 5 of each. Right? Oh no, I need less than 4 of each. Was it 8 or was it 7? No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I don't remember how many I drew. I need to find my reference picture because for some reason in my head I had 7. I know there's 31 days in March. That's not the hard part. I'm trying to figure out how many charms I drew. Yeah, there were 8. Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry. For some reason, my head was thinking I had drawn 7 originally, so I was like 4 of each, and then 3 of one. Or like 3 of, repeat 3 of them 1 extra time. Okay, so then I did too many here. That's okay. That is okay. So we've got 5. This is gonna be number 6. This will be number 7. Number 8. Number 9. 10. These ones are the rainbows. I don't know if I should add the stripes in since I'm not coloring them. Maybe I should. I didn't add them on these, but it looks kind of silly not adding them on these. I think to this page, I'm going to add more lines so that she knows where to color. Because for that box, or that pot too, it felt funny doing no line for the top of the pot. Oh, 14, perfect. Oh. 16. 17. 18. How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So here's 30. I'm gonna put 31 right here, but what do I want it to be? Stripes on the star next to the D. Oh yeah, thank you. A clover? We didn't do any clovers though, because that's not one of the charms that we had in our list. I know March, St. Patrick's Day, that's what the whole lucky thing is about, just none of the charms for a clover. Like a hat with a clover. I can do a hat with a clover. I was gonna do a pot of gold. I thought that would fit perfectly right there, but it's right beside a pot of gold, so I think I'll do the hat with the clover. Okay. And let's do our key down here. Okay, and then I just gotta number these. So I'm gonna use my smaller one. Actually, I'll put the number beside instead of right in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't care, I'll add one at the end if I need one. I mean, thank you, but I don't want just everyone counting and seeing that there's only 30 and then panicking that I'm making a mistake. Don't worry, I'll fill one in right here if we need one, but thank you for checking. 22, 23, 24, 26. Oh, I think we're good. Perfect. Perfect. Alrighty. There are our trackers for the month then. Quick sip of tea. So far we are this deep into March. We did our title page with memories beside it, and then our calendar with a spot for notes, and our trackers. Next up, we have our weekly spreads. So let me show you the weekly spreads we've done so far. In February, we had this layout, and what we're looking for Jayda's journal is enough space to have 8 boxes. So 1 for to-do, yes, it's for next year. 7 for the days of the week, and then space for a title and some doodles. So February, this is what we did for the weekly spreads, and January, this is what we did for the weekly spreads. Oh, thank you for your order, whoever just placed an order. I wonder if I should, well, maybe let's plan the weekly spreads. But we did get 2 orders in the live that I would love to fulfill on the live stream for you guys. So far we've done 1 kind of horizontal one, and then 1 pretty much square. It is more vertical than it is horizontal. Oh, thank you, Audrey. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the weekly spreads that we have already saved that fit what she's looking for as far as like the different boxes that we need to fit on the page and stuff, but we haven't used. So this is one that would look nothing like this in real life, because We would stretch out Saturday and Sunday so that they each have a bigger box. We would put a to-do box over here, and then this would be our title and doodles area. But this would be a good option if we want like a vertical weekly spread like this. So this is one option that we haven't used yet. This is the one we just used for February, so I'm going to delete that because we don't need it for our votes anymore. Oh, I started at the wrong side. This is another option that we have saved that I really love. It's got 4 boxes across the top, 4 across the bottom, and then room in the margins. We would do the title somewhere along the side, either sideways or like floating letters stacked, something like that. And then doodles on the sides as well. That's another good option with 8 boxes. And then this one has the 8 boxes kind of going around the page with some doodles in the middle and a title as well. I'm trying to picture what doodles we would do for this month, but I'm not sure. Anyways, those are 3 options that we still have saved that we haven't used. Ashley or Jayda, if you want to lock in one of these options, let me know. Option 1 or 2 or 3. If not, all I would do would be go to Pinterest and look for like 1, maybe 2 more options, and then just add them into this pool of options and do a poll. So if you do want to lock one in, let me know if it's option 1 or 2 or 3. This is Jayda's journal. So right now I'm just looking for feedback from Jayda or her mom, Ashley. And yeah, and then we'll know if we want to head back to Pinterest and add some more options or just lock in one of those. You think 1 would be perfect? Sounds good. Alrighty. Jay with the butterfly. Yes, I do make the journals. These blank ones are available in my shop, or I have some pre-made ones that I drew by hand but on my iPad, and those ones I have available in my shop as well. I don't have any full customs like this available at the moment. Because I've got a baby on the way soon, so I'm taking a break. Let me pull up these weekly options. Okay. So number 1 works, Jayda says. Okay, perfect. So we can do number 1. We also have 2 orders to fill. So I'm thinking maybe let's just do those quickly. We've got a Petal Pink pre-made journal for Claudia. And the special this week is a 3-item mystery kit. So I'm going to grab her journal and then pull her mystery items for her. And there are no personalizations on this one, so I'm just going to leave it in the little baggie for now, and I'll give it a good check before I mail it off to her. And let's get her mystery kit items. So 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we've got. We're going to do a centimeter ruler first. Perfect for doing your spacing, which is what I'm going to do in just a sec. So we'll do this cute little flowery one. Next item we have for Claudia is 2 rolls of washi tape. Let's see what we've got. She chose a pink journal. That's all that we really know about her. So I'm going to go with some like pinky washi tapes. There we go. Sorry, I have some journals on the shelf here that are trying to tip over. Let me make sure those don't fall. Oh, thank you, Em. No puzzle piece. And then a Tombow Fudenosuke. There we go. And I will get those all into a little pouch for you, Claudia. Thank you so much for your order. And we've got 1 more order to pack right now for Audrey. 1773. Let me put this one on our shelf. Oh, no problem, Claudia. Thank you so much for your order. We've got a Petal Pink dot grid journal for Audrey. So let me get that from my closet. Okay, so Claudia's was a petal pink pre-made journal. So that's the one that has the designs already in it. This one is a Docra journal, so the pages are blank, just like the one that I'm using right now to do Jayda's journal. So let's check this over. Let's see, Audrey, charm. We're doing a pom-pom charm, coffee charm, and letter charm. Okay, starting off with the letter A. And Audrey, you can let me know if you have a preference between option 1 or option 2 for the A's. And then coffee, I really only have one option right now. Alex, the rulers I got from Amazon in like a huge bulk pack. I want to say like 40 rulers or something. I'm not sure where you'd find one just individually. Okay, Audrey likes a number 1. And then for the pom-pom, I've got a couple pink options, and then I also have some brown if you want to like lean into the coffee thing. You can let me know 1, 2, or 3 for the pom-poms. Number 1, perfect. Hey, Casey. Jennifer, this was from Amazon as well. Just like acrylic desk organizer, I think is what I searched to find that. All right, let's get these charms on. Your power is out. Yes, sorry, I've been on for almost 2 hours already, and I hear my boys just woke up. My husband's up there with them, but I will probably, I mean, I don't know if he's got plans, but I'll probably head up there in the next half hour to go hang out with them and then start some supper. Alrighty, we've got our charms on. And then for the name page, okay, we're doing cookbook, maybe some kitchen instruments, cute food as the doodles. Oh, sounds adorable. Okay, do you have a color palette in mind, Audrey? For baked goods, I tend to use a lot of like soft browns, usually by default. But yeah, you can let me know if you have colors in mind for like the lettering or anything. And then we'll doodle that for you. Probably need a green if we're doing some plants. Let me know if you have color preferences, Audrey. I'm slowly pulling out markers, but if you want me to change them, tell me now. Yes, my boys do sleep pretty late in the afternoon. They take forever to fall asleep for their nap. If they would fall asleep within half an hour of us putting them down, we would not let them sleep so long, but they usually stay awake for at least an hour and a half playing together. Thank you so much for your order. No matter when we put them down, even if we put them down later, they just are so revved up and ready to play together in their beds. So we end up having to let them sleep quite late. But also they started sleeping in, which I am so thrilled about. They were both very early rising babies, like 5:30 for like the first year and a half of their lives. And then as soon as my second born hit 18 months, they both started sleeping in until 8. Now they sleep till like 7:30, but they have a wake up timer at 8, so they stay in their room until 8. So then we just kind of shifted our whole day later when they started waking up at 8 instead of 5:30. So now their nap is later, their morning is later, their night is later. We just shifted it all. Because I prefer that too. Sleeping in later and staying up later. You're getting filtered? Yeah, I haven't seen any comments from you. What do people say if you're getting filtered? What should you try? Oh, you said no, it's up to you. Okay, perfect. Then we will do that. Let me write cookbook. It is a surprise, Shannon. We do not know. Oh, Alana, they sleep in our room till they're like a year or a year and a half anyways. I'm a planner too. People always say like, oh, I just couldn't do it. I would need to know. I would need to prepare. I'm like, I'm one of the most prepared people I know. But if you have a car seat, a bassinet, a few gender neutral outfits, like babies don't need as much as people think they need. They don't need a fancy nursery fresh out of the womb. You're going to keep them in your room anyways. I don't know. I love to be prepared. I am uber prepared, but when it comes to babies, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you just want to know, and that's fine. You can want to know, but you can be prepared without knowing. Any inkling? I have the tiniest inkling that it's a girl, just because this pregnancy has been quite a bit different than my other two, and my other two were obviously boys. So I have a small inkling that it's a girl, but only for that reason. All right, let's do a little like beater sort of situation up here. You know what I mean? Do something like this, like a handle. And it'll have a mixer. That's the word I was looking for. And then let's do a little like crumpled up bag of flour down in the corner here. Okay, and then we'll add a few little baked goods. So I'm going to do a croissant over here and then maybe a couple cookies, and we'll add a plant because you wanted a plant as well. So let's start with our croissant. few little chocolate chip cookies lying around. This one will have a little bite taken out of it and some crumbs. Okay, trying to decide what I want to do about the plant. Maybe like over here and then like a pair of oven mitts over here or something. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Where's my... Yeah, let's do that. We'll put a little potted plant right over here. And then we'll do like a little snake plant sort of guy up here. And then some oven mitts. All right, now let's add our white gel pen. I remembered I was gonna write flower in a different brown. And then just add some like hatching to this bag to make it look like a burlap flower bag. Add a pattern to your oven mitts. I love doing baking themes. My favorite theme in my first ever pre-made journal was the baking theme. Some of my favorite doodles to do. All right, there we go. Thank you so much for your order, Audrey. Let's get your journal kit packed as well. We'll tuck this in here and then get you 3 mystery items as our freebie this week. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see. Number 1 is we have some patterned paper for you. All right, I just restocked my patterned paper before I stopped doing journal kits, so I've got tons of different options. I'm just gonna kind of grab you a few little handfuls. There's like different sets all mixed together, so I'll try to get you a few pieces from a few different sets. There we go. Okay. Item number 2 in your kit will be dot stickers. And from the open pack that I have, I'm just going to give you everything that's left. Got 1 more pack to open, so those will stay in rotation. And then a set of serif stamps. There we go. Thank you so much for your order, Audrey. This was order 1773. then we did get one more order in while we were packing that, so I'll open that one up as well. No problem, Audrey. Thanks for your order. All right, Daisy placed an order with us, $17.74. Let me grab your Glacier Blue journal. All right, and this one does have a cover design, which we won't do on the live today because I haven't cut the foil for that yet. But we will do your name page and your journal kit on the live. All right, little fuzz on that page. Daisy. Okay, let me think here. So she's requesting the farmer's market spread that we did in Janelle's journal. I'm just thinking where I have that saved to. Did I share that on Instagram? Because I know I have it on my phone, but my phone is up there, so I'm hoping I have it somewhere on my iPad. I must have shared that to Instagram. I'm just gonna scroll through my Instagram for a sec here. You tried looking for it, but you couldn't find it. Okay, where would I have it? I know I took pictures of it on my phone, so I could just airdrop it to my iPad, but then it pauses the live for as long as it takes for me to do that. That's the only annoying thing about. Or if you're gonna be here tomorrow, Daisy, then I can airdrop it tomorrow when I'm not on a live so that it won't have to pause for you guys. And then I can do your name page tomorrow. That would work too. Cover picture on YouTube. You can be here tomorrow. Okay, maybe let's just do that then, because yeah, like I have it on my phone, but if I go digging through my photos, the live is gonna pause for as long as that takes, which it always just feels a little bit annoying. So maybe I'll airdrop it to my iPad after the live today, and then we will personalize your journal tomorrow with that spread. Because yeah, I can totally do that one for you. I don't really remember everything that we did, but I would be happy to do it again. Alrighty, so you guys can probably hear my boys running around upstairs. Let's draw in the spacing for sorry, I was gonna say Ashley's next weekly spread, Jayda's next weekly spread, but we won't get through the whole thing because I will go up at some point and tend to my boys. Let's see here. How do we want to space this out? What if we did... They have such heavy feet. You guys must be able to hear them. 8.5. Yeah, that would be good. So if we do 0, 4, 4.5, 8.5. 0, 4, 4.5, 8.5. And I believe we're doing 5 weeks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, their footsteps. I know they love running around together. It's so cute. Oh, one thing, so my littler guy, he just recently has started, he's very into dipping sauce right now, like barbecue sauce or ketchup or honey dill, and he'll always say, "Mom, got them on my bingers. My bingers are dirty." I don't know what he called fingers before this, but like just this week he's started saying bingers all the time, and it is so cute. Always need a cloth for my bingers. because he talks so well. He mispronounces so few words that it's always like, aw, when he has a cute mispronunciation. So Bingers is one that I'm hanging on to. I never want him to know that it's actually pronounced fingers. I would love it if he would just keep saying Bingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we already did all of our 5. Jem, around 18 months, when he was 18 months, they're like 20 months apart. Or 21 months apart. Yeah, 21 months apart. And so when he was around 18 months, he only started walking at 16 months. He was a lot later than our first. So it was kind of a couple months. Once he actually like could run a little bit and actually use his walking skills to play things like hockey, then they just became little best friends. Before that, like, my older son has always been such a good big brother. Like, he's always been very patient with him and, like, you know, wants to be involved with whatever was going on with the littler one. But when they started playing, like, more independently together was when he got more sure-footed and they could actually run around together. Oh, Speckles. My son says Farkles. My oldest used to say that. He would call them Farkles all the time. That was cute. Hand sanitizer, hanitizer. Yeah, there are some things that they just become the new word for those things, you know? Alrighty, so we've got our spacing set up. Sorry, I'm just taking my hair out of a braid because I'm gonna pull you guys down for a second here. It is that time of day where I need to go start thinking about supper and go up and see what my boys are up to. So thank you guys so much for joining today. We made some great progress on March, packed a few orders. Tomorrow we will be back to keep working on her weekly spreads, and that will most likely be an evening live like I normally do on Tuesdays. So whatever time it is for you right now, about 3.5 hours later than this is when I usually start my evening lives. Dobber Dapper, that's cute. Okamatrol. They say so many cute things. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. If you'd like to know when we're going to be live and what we're going to work on, you can join me on Instagram. I always share an update there. My username there is Rylee Autumn as well, just like on YouTube, which is where you can find the replays for all of these custom bullet journaling videos over the past year or so. So I hope you'll join us there, and I hope that I will see you guys tomorrow to keep working on